Planet Zoo. We are building the very last habitat in our Twisting Taiga Zoo today. This one belongs to the North American beavers. It's an interesting one. It's not super complicated. But obviously this video is longer than the past few have been, so obviously I had to do a little bit more work than I have been. They do require a good chunk of water space. I knew they needed water, but it was a surprising amount. Their habitat ended up bigger than I had initially anticipated their habitat being. And then of course I wanted to add in the underwater viewing area, so that took a little bit of time as well. There's nothing super complicated, nothing like we've done with some of the other habitats, but it's obviously been several habitats since I think we've even played with water, let alone underwater viewing area or anything like that. I think this is the only animal in the zoo that has a deep diving requirement. I think all the others can swim. The moose has a water requirement. Other than that, I think everybody else just is water because they can. Like, it's not really like a necessary thing. So it's interesting. It's nice that there's at least one taiga animal. I mean, I say that, but polar bears are technically listed as taiga in this game. But I did make the decision not to include polar bears in this zoo. I do have an entire polar bear sanctuary that I've built. And I've built the polar bears in at least one other zoo, if not two other zoos. So I didn't feel it was completely necessary to add them into the zoo. And I mean, you might find, realistically in a zoo, you might find a polar bear in a zoo based in the taiga. But I wanted, just the feel of the zoo didn't make, I don't know, polar bears would have worked either way. But it would have ended up being polar bears at the very end of the zoo, and it just would have been this huge white snowy area. Most of the others that needed snow were, up the mountain a little bit. So I made a mistake, obviously. You should not give beavers a wooden fence. I didn't think about it. It didn't really have a climbable, not climbable problem. They didn't have like a durability problem or anything like that. So I was like, oh yeah, sure, whatever. Like, I use these for other habitats of the zoo. Small problem. Beavers chew logs. The beavers straight up destroyed the log barrier. So if you have not made a beaver habitat yet, don't make the mistake of doing that. Fortunately, they chewed it and went swimming, so they didn't escape or anything. But I heard it. I heard a strange noise. I was like, what in the world? And I looked and a barrier wall was just gone. Just gone. I was like, I messed up. I messed up big time. So I go through this whole fun barking puppies. So so I go through the fun of getting the water in place, getting everything situated, and then I do end up modifying the size of their water area and their land area a little bit as well, and giving them a little bit more room, which works out. They needed a little bit more water, so overall it's pretty, a little bit more in depth than the previous few animals and habitats, but nothing super crazy, and all pretty straightforward. So yeah, that's all I got. So thank you guys so much for watching. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time for decorations and a zoo tour. Bye guys, have a great day.